kwa kukutana na watu wa fikra unasema nitalipwa nini? Yaani huo utoto umekuwa ndio mwelekeo na mtamshi yetu kama Wakenya. Lakini vile mwenyeji wetu amesema tunapitia pahala nyeti. Pale ambapo mle mzaa tumeufanya kwa miaka imepita, hauwezi ukaendelea tena. Ukiona vitu wanafanya kama katuni kengine kutoka huku Northeastern kanaitwa Duale. Kalifukuzwa, kalikataliwa na viongozi wa kimajeshi kwa sababu ya tabia yake na ulafi wake. Amekuja sasa afya, anatueleza kuna compliant hospitals in Northeastern Kenya 700 kwa SHA. Nauliza population ya Northeastern iko kiasi gani? Kuna hospitali ngapi kwa which percentage of the population? Yani mazoea kwamba ukiiba na Ruto anakubalia, inaalalika kuendelea kuiba zaidi hadharani na kututuzi ukicheka. Samani, hatuna muda wa kutosha, mimi ningependa nikaongelea muda mrefu, lakini tu ni kusema sisi tunaheshimu sana hatua yako ya kwanza Bwana Kalonzo Musyoka, kualika viongozi wa vijana na viongozi wa kisomo na fikra endelevu mjadiliane nao pamoja. Naimiza na wasii wenzangu, hii kwetu hatua ya kwanza kwa kutafuta uwiano wa maana wa kudumu kati ya uongozi wa siasa na uongozi wa kisomo na kifikra. Pamoja tutabuni sera, nadharia na vingine vyote vinahitajika kuligomboa taifa letu. Kwa wale vijana ambao wengine wao pengine mnalemea Kiswahili kisichokuwa cha Sheng, niseme tu mawili kwa Kiingereza. We are at a moment where we are not trying to prove that any generation is better than another. But we know that inordinately your generation bears the burden of a dead can that is being kicked down the road. Ruto is borrowing money on the commercial markets. Expensive money to pay cheaper debts, but he's kicking the can about when that money is going to be paid, when you are the ones who are going to be responsible, and he'll be back in the village roasting goats. We do not want to compete between generations. We want to create conditions under which representatives and leaders of younger Kenyans sit down with us, with the leaders of thought and research, with the political leaders, and we co-own the agenda of this nation. I'm going to be out of the country for the next 3 weeks, but I promise to give you an early opportunity for student leaders. You come, we talk together about how we can engage with the leadership of this alliance. Asanteni sana kwa kunisikiza.
Kisa aliongea kama Mwalimu Nyerere kabisa, Kiswahili sanifu, msomi kabisa, leaders of thought and research. Now, our brother JB, unajua wewe, you're from this region, you're one of our best, fearless, full of experience. The Attorney General of the Republic of Kenya would say, I cannot sign documents in Dubai airport. All right? Yani, yole jamaa wanaobeba haya yote yakiwekwa mbele zetu, watu watastaajabu. But these are champions of change, fearless champions. And here stands tall JB Muturi. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, SKM, our host, the University Dons, comrades, colleagues, members of parliament, other invited guests. I will not attempt to be as fluent in Swahili as my good friend Mugisa will start laughing at me before we get to Thika. But let me give thanks to His Excellency Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka for indeed inviting us to come and listen to the leaders of thought and research alongside the wise people. You know, I don't want to use the Bible. It says, when you say wise men, you include the women. I think let's agree they are wise people because they are of both gender. You know, the priest, the preacher, the gentleman who gave us the word. At some point, I thought he was pointing at me because he spoke about surrounding yourself with wise advisors. And because I'm not in a hurry. I know my two brothers may want to leave. Mimi najua. For those who understand Kikamba, Nemusi. In fact, across the main road, my brother Steve, I told you the other time when we were here, across the main road, I also have a small place where I could, if it got very late, and if Steve was to chase me out, I would just cross over and sleep. Kwa hivyo niko nyumbani. But the reason why I say I thought the preacher was addressing me is because something that I've told Kenyans in the past. And let me just repeat it so that you can see how it fits to what the world told to us was all about. Immediately, Kenya Kwanza took office. And, you know, I had gone to Kenya Kwanza, first of all complaining because those of you who drive on Thika Road, if you remember, there was a very huge post of myself, and the only two words below my photograph, Kenya Kwanza. Little did I know that actually, I even know the person who actually did it. It is Wavinya's counterpart in Nairobi, Johnson Arthur Sakaja. He saw it and he quietly went and had it secured at the registrar of political parties' office. So when I was going there, they told me, no. I told them, why did you pick my slogan? They told me, no, it's this one. We already have, we have it under our name. So I didn't want to quarrel about nothing. But my main story is about when William Ruto became president and he was about to name his cabinet. We used to have several meetings. In one of the meetings, he told me that, you know, he likes calling me JB. You know, JB, I actually want you to be the Attorney General. You know, even as those of us who joined Ruto, we were saying we know him, Ben. We were saying we actually know him, but somehow there was an issue of we didn't know, we were not, actually I think we were not consulted. Maybe friends should bear the blame for not consulting some of us. Because we had had several meetings with my brother, senior brother, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. So I think the problem was just within what was then government. We were not consulted. So even as we were joining that Kenya Kwanza, we were saying we know this guy. So when he proposed that I become the Attorney General, I told him no, I can't. I don't want to do that. I told him, you know, my only reason of wanting to be in government is only one, that I put in 15 years in the judiciary, served 8 years as a member of parliament, And now I've done 10 years as speaker. All I want to, ndio nisikie nimekuwa kwa serikali. Mugisa ukitaka kukosoa mimi baadaye. Is if I sit in the national executive. But I don't want to be the Attorney General. And the matter ended there. 2-3 days later, my good friend, who was not only my classmate but my roommate, the current Speaker of the House, the National Assembly, Moses Masika Wetangula, calls me to some place, and we go, and he tells me that, I have your message. I asked him, from where? He tells me, from the president. I asked him, which message? He told me, when he mentioned to you that he wants you to be the AG, you declined. So I asked him, so what is his message? He's pleading that you did accept to be the Attorney General. So I decided, since Moses is somebody we've known for each other for so long, in fact, I began my working career, I saw somebody talking about Kebabi. I know the villages around that area. So I decided, let me tell Moses the truth. So I tell Moses, you know what? The reason why I would not want to do that job is because you and I know this guy. To be an Attorney General with Ruto as president is an extremely dangerous experiment. So we talked with Moses. I told him, you know what? The AG's job is to advise. The other one of going to court, it's normal because you go in public interest. And there are so many state councils. But this one of advising, you must be clear that the person who you are advising also wants to be advised. And this is why I bring in the sermon. That, you cannot advise somebody who cannot accept advice or take advice. So, because Moses told me now that is hiyo ni kali, siwezi kumwambia hivyo, wacha nimwambie tu bado unakataa. So when we met later, again, ananiambia sijamalizana na wewe JB, unajua, tukaenda, najua anakunywa chai mingi. Tukaenda, tukaketi tena, chai mingi. Then I decided, let me tell this guy the reason why I do not want this job. And I told him, you know what? As AG, I would date a situation whereby my advice will not be taken. Because I cannot advise in a manner that is inconsistent with the provisions of our Constitution. And what I fear about you, now I told him direct, is that, I may give you advice which you may not like. Na tutakosana. You know what the guy told me? Exactly, JB, that's why I want you there. I want somebody who is firm and who is never shaken. Now, my friend Mugisa, kama mtu amekwambia ati hiyo ndio sababu anakutaka pale. So nikamwambia, if you promise that you will never interfere with my advice, my work as Attorney General, then you can go ahead and announce the cabinet. Because my stories are long, I will not go beyond that. But you can see why this sermon, I felt, was quite appropriate. You must surround yourself with wise men, wise advisors. And also, you see, within the context of governance, people must appreciate the country, that the country is bigger or greater than any one individual. It does not matter we've been told about issues in fact, it's His Excellency who told us about the $1 people living below $1 a day. If that cannot concern you in leadership, such that whatever it is, whatever decisions you take are acutely informed by the desire to lift those that live below $1 a day in the country, then you are not worthy in a position. You cannot take oath in public. And of course, remember our Constitution says the president must be sworn between the hour of 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Wakili Wanjiru. So you take oath in broad daylight to protect, preserve, uphold, and defend the Constitution. Among other things, also the dignity of the citizens. And then, soon thereafter, human life means nothing to you. Human life means nothing to you. That you watch human life being taken away. What they say in Kiswahili, again, kiholela. Surely. And you want people to keep quiet so that you can remain in leadership? I'm sure, my good brothers and sisters, you'll agree with me. When it gets to that, you must take a position. You must take a position. Because who is it you say you are sitting there planning for? If these are the people merely for expressing their opinions themselves about the university funding model, about the high taxes, that becomes a reason why you will take away their lives? And I keep saying, I was lucky that I was able to run to William Ruto. I'll tell him, William Ruto, I sent you a message last night at 3 a.m. I told you my son was abducted. You have not responded. He says, oh, my phone crashed, there are too many messages. And then I tell him, and before going to him, I had tried to get to talk to anybody, including, I don't want to now, but our good friend from Tharaka, Kindiki, who was then in charge of Interior. And I fire you. Norma, see Norma. And he too, and the audacity of replying to me that, no, I can tell you. Because I told him, Nuldin knows where my son is. And Kindiki called me twice. I told me, no, it's not true. I have spoken to Nuldin. Asked him, but Kindiki, if you have spoken to him, why is it that he cannot pick my calls? We sit together in the National Security Council. Why? I mean, does he imagine that it's not a love affair? Since last evening, I've been trying to call him and he cannot answer my calls. So I go, given that situation, Mugisa, I drove to State House and I told Kasongo, look, my son was picked, and then he's telling me, oh, my phone crashed. I said, no, just call. Call Nuldin. I'm standing next to him. And he calls Nuldin. He said, Nuldin, are you the one holding Muturi's son? He said, yes, sir. Efandi, yes. Just release him. And Nuldin says it, and I could hear, Your Excellency, in the next 1 hour, you'll be at home. Surely. I imagine how many parents in Kenya have been agonizing to date. For some of them, we are with you, Wakili Njiro and Dan Manzo. Some of them they don't know where their children are. They disappeared without trace to date. They cannot reach William Ruto. I was lucky. I was able to reach him. But isn't it obvious? Does it require any dons? If he calls this one person and he tells him, release him, do we need to go out there asking who has been abducting these kids? I mean, and remember when he was challenged on 27th of December last year at Homa Bay by Raila, he said, I'm going to end it. Much later this year, at the visit, at the press conference they held with the president of Finland, in answer to a question by one of the journalists there, what did William Ruto say? All those who had been abducted have been released and taken to their homes. So Kenyans, do we have any doubts as to who is abducting? Because how would you release somebody whom you don't know where they are? I mean, it's obvious. And then when you turn around and purports to set up a committee, you know, that reminds me, Council Njiro Ndego Njiro, the Latin maxim, Memo Judex in Cosa Sua. You cannot be a judge in your own cause. William Ruto, we have tremendous respect for Makawa Mutua. Makawa Mutua is somebody we respect. In fact, we were with him in the university. He was a year behind me. But surely, because we know people go through, tunaambiwa siku hizi kuna mwosho moja. I think Makao, my good friend, ameoshwa moja, na hapo ndio shida ya Kenya imeanza sasa. Because it is not possible for you to say you are going to do a framework for compensating those who may have been injured or killed during the protests. It is not possible. I'm going to sit and I want to listen more to these great people, Your Excellency. Thank you very much for listening to me.
Well done. Thank you. Umesikia jamba kabisa. Well, before I call Fred, I talked of building a team. One Kenya, one nation, one team. For one term. Sindio? So we cannot drive this narrative if we are going to have contradictions between ourselves. So our advice is to those working with us, those in the Wiper Patriotic Front, those in DCP, those in DP, those in Jubilee. By the way, I forgot to bring the greetings of Chairman wa Jubilee, Saitoti, Terome, also with us in the summit. So please assist us. Wakili Ndengwa Njiru. If you have any information about any of us, because we must always check with the principals. You know what I'm talking about. Today I'm supposed to be Kofi Annan between you and Fred, and also between Fred and our brother, Ben Momanyi. When we go to Kisii, we start singing to keep Peter Narok, ago, 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 ago. Ben Momanyi, ago. We need to build one team. So that respect is so critical, so critical. Let's not begin to dismember our unity even before we begin. And building coalitions, I can tell you, is the most difficult thing. I tried to help President Tshisekedi and the advisor of Uhuru Kenyatta, who sent me there, as you know, Fred, and Kabila. And it took me 1 year to advise Tshisekedi to work with Kabila. And one time, Tshisekedi asked me, Kabila now wants to take He says, I either take the Minister of Minister of Finance or the Interior. I looked at Tshisekedi, I said, Mr. President, Sinuo na sign all these letters of appointment. My advice to you is the Interior Ministry. And all these other ministries, because there's a cluster in the DRC of those ministries. Tshisekedi took my advice. I don't think he regretted thereafter. So, please, before you dismember, until then, after a year after that, he started to talk about the sacred coalition. Yani sacred, what is that Mukisha? Ile sacred. Kwa hivyo uhusiano wa ajabu huyu, na tukifanya uhusiano huu, tukibuni mambo yetu haya, jameni tusiharibiane. I wanted to say that as a caution. And my brother Fred Matiang'i, as you all know, he looks strong. Hata akiingia hapa, utaona Mukishi strong. Si namna hiyo? I like his style of greeting people, anainua mikono yote. Yeah, kwa hivyo, somebody who must remain nameless, Fred, told me the reason Kenyans love Matiang'i is because they think akichukua hivi kazongo ndani. Kwa hivyo basi, karibu sana ndugu Fred, and thank you for coming. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I'll also be I'll be very brief. I'll speak for less time than my predecessors because they have said all the wonderful things I was going to say. My elder brother and my friend, Your Excellency, Vice President Kalonzo Musyoka, my other elder brother and friend, Honorable Justin Muturi, Honorable Dr. Muhisa Kitui, another one of my elder brothers. That's a bit of being younger than them. I'm looking at all of them. My friend, Wavinya Ndeti, Her Excellency, the Governor of Machakos, honorable members of Parliament who are here, Makao Mulu, we work together in civil society, my brother Obadia, my very good friend, Ben Mumanyi. I actually forgot to withdraw the request from Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka that this morning we prayed together and forgot about everything. Ndata ile kitu yangu ulikula nilikusamea, nasema tatafuta ingine. Sitwa. And all of you wonderful people. First of all, thank you so much, Your Excellency, for inviting us. The reason I readily accepted when you asked me whether I would come for this lunch is because I'm determined, and I'm going to say it here, I'm determined, like all reasonable people, to start speaking against the nonsense that goes on around this country. Because you see, the Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka and I have been the targets of choice for this administration for propaganda, malice, and cyberspace nonsense. You know, what they do is, and I keep saying all the time, I actually wish they spent as much time on the right things, or even the money they are spending, paying bloggers and all that to, you know, politic and lie about us and create things about us. Why don't they give that money to schools so that we can actually continue free primary education? So that every day, my brother Omingo Magara, who's here, and I, we just keep asking ourselves the question, how bad can it be? But look, let me pause there and say this. Listening to Honorable Justin Muturi speak, and by the way, this is, for me, this is my best possible audience I would talk to. This is my ultimate comfort zone. This is where I belong. You know, I've seen some of you, my colleagues, you are here from the university. You know, we taught together at the University of Nairobi. I think I probably am still a member of the senior common room at the University of Nairobi. And, you know, and you wonderful students, you know, the source of our inspiration and satisfaction all the time. And therefore, this is the place where I would speak to you candidly, straightforwardly, without drama and innuendo, and tell you things as they are, because here, logic and reason rules. Because, and so I start by saying this. 3 points I'll make. Listening to what Honorable Justin Muturi says this afternoon, I keep asking myself this question I have wondered all along. After the elections in 2022, what is wrong with us as a people? Because I remember I went to a conference of bishops in Westlands when I was cabinet secretary for Interior, and a bishop challenged me about money and said, you know, these wonderful people in one party are going around promising everybody billions, Mama Mboga billions, billions. Where have you taken the money? And I told them then, as all of you have proved today, that that is a lie. These people are lying to you. There's nothing they're telling you that is truthful. They're telling you things they think you would like to hear and vote for them. And I can almost swear to you, they will not fulfill any of those things they're telling you. They're just lying to you. These guys are just liars. That's how I coined the outbreak of lies after the COVID-19 outbreak. The campaign was characterized by an outbreak of lies, you know, people running around the country lying. And you can see yourselves that we have started season 2. They have started season 2 of those lies. You know, we're flying around the country, they're telling people about empowerment. I mean, what will 64 shillings do to anybody? Or 100 shillings? Now they are bamboozling villagers, you know, with helicopters and so on. You know, you're smart people. I mean, you more than anyone else as educated people who have engaged in research, who analyze information. Please, wonderful people, there are people who lost their lives fighting for the independence of this country. What we are being asked to do is nothing compared to what some of our forefathers have done. The sacrifices people have made to get Kenya to where it is. There are other people. I mean, I have to be honest with you, and then let's say things the way they are. There are people, including Muzeraila himself, who have gone to detention, and other people suffering for this country to get us to where we are today. And many of those people, I cannot name today, who went to detention, suffered, getting us to where we are today. What we are being asked today is to make the right decision for Kenya. And the right decision for Kenya is that our good friends in the administration have clearly failed to manage the country. And then you don't even need a PhD. It's not rocket science. You can see clearly they cannot manage the country. And in place of, because governments, if you are an incumbent government, you run on your record. Because what they should be trumpeting now is their record, saying, you know, please, we need more time so that we can complete this. You can't ask for more time to do nothing because you have done nothing. You're asking for more time to do more nothing. You know, but that is what this is all about. And for you guys who are here, wherever you go, the challenge we have, and that's why I would like to be very direct on this matter, the challenge we have is to talk to fellow Kenyans. Forget about this business of the tribes and regions, I don't know whose turn it is and so on. Look, we are facing a real danger as a country. Look at, I can speak to you as a former Minister of Security. Look at what's going on in Mandera. How? An independent country like this that's supposed to have an infrastructure in place and so on. What is that going on there? Look at what's going on in our cities and so on and so forth. You know, the rate of crime going up, you know, every day and so on. And if you doubt me, talk to people in the security sector in the country. They tell you their woes and their challenges. People talk to us. People are even going to whatever extent to look for private opportunities to speak to us. Their woes and their cries and the challenges they're facing, how they're facing all these problems. So I want to ask you this question. Surely, you're all intelligent people. We're all intelligent people as we're here. What are we waiting for? Do we even, Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka, do we actually need to campaign? What do you want us to tell you? You know, President Kibaki used to say, unataka tukuambie nini? What do you want us to tell you? Yeah. What do you want us to tell you? Honestly. Describe what? You can see what is going on in the country. And then you see all these dramas that are going on, you know, because the character of people who cannot deliver is clear. They will dramatize everything. They spend all their time on nonsense and the things that they lie. They use excuses every day and so on and so forth. I was in the US when I saw a letter. They have choreographed a letter purportedly from the chairman of the AU addressed to the head of state here to nominate or appoint Kalonzo Musyoka to go and do something in Western. You know, it takes time to pay people to spend time on that kind of nonsense. I mean, I mean, for a country that is supposed to be going forward, that's what they are spending time on now. If you look at the amount of money they are spending, those of you who come from Kisi, you know this. 2 months alone, the deputy president and some group of people have gone there 9 times, a record 9 times, supposedly for empowerment. 100 shillings, 64 shillings, you know, hustling villagers, we are empowering you, and so on. I mean, by the way, you don't even need a meeting. When you work, you don't need a meeting. Your work will speak for itself. Amana mnagani? Yeah. Your work will speak for itself. In fact, you will not even need to ask people to re-elect you. People themselves will be saying, let's give these guys another term. If they are going the way they are going, let them complete what they are doing. So, but what are they going to complete? Nothing. Give you more time to complete nothing. I mean, so, yeah. So that is it. When my brothers and sisters, I want to speak to you from the depth of my heart. We are in this, Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka and these brothers and all of us, we are not in this because we are bored or we have nothing to do with our time. We are in this because we want to make a contribution, because we are shocked at how our country is going down. That's all. And you can see it. It's not, we're not coining it. We're not inventing it. You have pay slips in your pockets, don't you? And you see what, so, sasa as President Kibaki would ask, sasa unataka, we unaona na unataka wambiwe. We tell you. What do you expect from us to tell you? Time is here for this country to be in the hands of different managers. Our challenges and our argument is based on one thing: management. This has nothing to do with hate or anything else. And that's why, personally, I don't spend so much time on a lot of innuendos. I would like to focus on solutions. How do we get ourselves out of this? The horrific stories you hear in the education sector that are going on, no one knows that better than you guys. But what we are seeing in the country. I mean, we talk to teachers, we are with teachers, school principals, parents every day, and you keep asking yourself the question, what actually is going on? And so what do you want to hear? All those parents of Kenya, all the teachers of Kenya, wherever you meet the teachers, ask them a simple question: do you want to continue this way? If your answer is no, like mine is, and Kalonzo and everybody's answer is no, then you know what to do. This is a case where I honestly think we shouldn't campaign. Those who should campaign and are spending money on social media, insulting us, creating meetings for us that we don't even know, lying about what Kalonzo has done and are not done, lying about where Matiang'i is seated, vis-a-vis Kalonzo's position of sitting. You know, people have nothing to spend. Yeah. People spend time on pettiness, and it's small, how did we become so small-minded as a country? That those are the kind of things we spend time on now. And now we are being told about those. Let's go forward and build our country. We have a duty to build our country. And here is my ask of you, wonderful people. For us, as leaders who are meeting the opposition and those that we will meet as we continue, I've said several times before, if you are betting on our differences, you will lose your bet for sure, because we are not going to disagree. All that propaganda and all those stories you hear being coined every day and so, they're intended to either annoy Kalonzo or annoy me or annoy Kalonzo supporters or annoy my supporters or do something. Oh, I don't know who's annoyed. How do you know? I mean, you are not God. How do you know who among us that is annoyed? You keep peddling lies, and so on. We are determined to make our contribution and make the ultimate sacrifice about how we will save this country and redeem or save this country from the hands of these people. People advise me these days that because I'm saying I'm aspiring for the president, I should change my language a little bit, because I would say some stronger things, because some of the things you see are shocking. Because how a country of our size, and Kenya, we have everything going for our country. You guys know this more than anything else. I was in the education sector. We have a very educated population, very patriotic people who love their country. Kenyans are very hardworking people. They really want to do good for their country. All they need is trustworthy leadership. You mean what you say what you mean. As long since we had a government that you could trust. That's all that Kenyans are asking. And because they can't be trusted, we are telling you, trust us. We'll give you our word and we'll keep our word. Trust us. And then we will level with you. Do not verge or hide or hibernate or tell you stories in place of work. And will not come to you and begin to lie and pretend about things. You know, listen very carefully. There must be linguists in this audience. Students of linguistics and researchers. I want you to listen to the language of this administration when of their leaders speak. It is actually, it's called street corn language, you know, where they say, tumeunganisha waya, tumetenga, that's, that language is non-committal language, non-responsible language, language that you cannot ascribe responsibility to. Very evasive language. People who do things, they come forward to you as leaders, like Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka stood here and said, I have done this, I have told JB this, and so on. Or JB says, I did this, I asked this question, and so on. That's what responsible people do. But those who are evasive, who evade responsibility, they draw in that language, that evasive language. And kuunganisha wa is now what? Mimi ni wanajua kupanga, you know, the way they behave and so on. Kenya is better than this. We are better people than that, I believe. So, thank you so much for this audience, and Your Excellency, you have led the way. This is what we are going to do for several days. We agreed. A consensus building, having small group meetings like we are having here today, talking to you and listening to you, getting ideas from you. Dr. Moyo, thank you for the sermon. We will surround ourselves with you, smart people, advising us on what we need to do. And we will do this until that time when we get to a point and say which one of us is going to be the captain to lead the team for transformation. And we will continue to work together. And you are friends because you have nothing to run on, you have nothing to defend. It's only propaganda you can do. Please carry on, because in any case, you must find something to do. So if that is what you are found to do, carry on with it. As we carry on with the plan we want to build and the platform we would like to build to move our country to the next level. And we will soldier on as leaders outside of government. And finally, my brothers and sisters, I say this every time I have an opportunity to talk to Kenyans. We are stronger, and there's nothing wrong with our country. I mean, this is a wonderful country. It's our only home on earth. God has been kind and gracious to us and gifted us a wonderful country. Let's take care of it. The challenges we have, the momentary challenges in our leadership, are not our destiny. You know, that language, those kind of lies. You know what Dr. Kitui was asking here? You university professors are researchers. You know, when a guy tells you that they are of the place. We were actually working the math in the morning together, and we were saying it must mean that every 5 or 10 households in that area has got a clinic. Is that possible? You expect that we will believe that? You know, so you know, please let us not accept these intellectual insults and this abuse we are getting as a people. Let us stand up, crank ourselves up, dust ourselves together, move forward, vote these fellows out, and form a government that will take Kenya to the next level. And demonstrate our seriousness as a country. We are a serious country. We cannot be managed like this. We are serious people. How can we accept to be managed like this? And indeed, we have capacity to manage ourselves better. So, my parting shot, Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka, is let's do every one of us who are seated here. I want to ask you, please, prepare to do a good thing. You know, in life and in the history of your country, you do a good thing when you improve your country's welfare. And now, as we are moving forward to the elections, please prepare to do a good thing. And the good thing can't be returning these people. So, so you know what the good thing is. And you educated people. Yani kama tuko namna hii vile tulivyo baada ya miaka 3. Another 5 years of these people, do you think you will have a country? Utakuwa hata umeuswa wewe mwenyewe unafika Dubai. God bless you, my friend.
Wow. Asanteni. Asanteni sana. Thank you so much. Waliomba wataenda kuomba tena. So now I think we need to continue. I think that those who have to leave, we'll give them permission to do so that we can continue. As I was talking, a member of the family came, one of the family members, where's Mwasia? Mwasia ako wapi? Hako kule. Thank you. Thank you. So we will continue, and we thank you so much. Those are inspiring things. And I think that even as the dons meet here and go wide and far, you realize, for example, the people of Kericho, we had Professor who spent a lot of time in Kericho. And if you know why Governor Mutai had to be impeached, and he called me. I've never spoken to him before. 58,000 acres of tea. Tea, 15,000 acres under tea. Wanataka wachukue. And this governor was saying no over my dead body. So he had to be impeached. Well, that one did not go through. And so Governor Avinya, you guys have to be bold as well. Stand for your people and be very, very bold. So tunaomba tu kwamba tuendelee. You know, I'll tell you, Fred, before you go, where you are here is Yatta farm. It's hardly 300 acres, hardly. And it was bought from one part to get to Thika Superhighway, bought from a lady called Janet Chirchir. She lives in the US. Her advocate was Kip Kenda, right? I think Keegan, actually, in that transaction. And below the furrow, it was owned by Major Langat. And this is land in Machakos. We bought it. When I ran against Kibaki in 2007, there are people saying Kalonzo grabbed NYS land. That's the only thing they talk about me. I've given you the truth. Bought with a bank loan, stamp duty paid, kila kitu. And one time I challenged William Ruto. Actually prepared all these things and took the DCI and I said, these are the documents. Now bring yako. Tuambie ile ya Murumbi na ile ingine ya Taita Taveta na kwingineko. What is all this? This insatiable greed for grabbing land. But Fred, we have work to do. Lest we are accused of just saying one term and no term or whatever. We have serious work. And that serious work will mean stopping this grand corruption. Really, it is so grand. Na hiyo kwamba hiyo ya kina Duale na wengine is so blatant that we have to stand and do something. Actually, Kenyans are watching. Tutafika lini hiyo 2027? Asanteni sana. Vijana watawawa tena, tutakataa. Asanteni. Let me see our visitors off and Chairman endelea.
Now, we are going to have a photo session after the last segment by our President, Don's President, Mr. Mutio and his team. So kindly let us take our seats as His Excellency sees off his guests. Please, we can take our seats. Tafadhali, our students, turudi tafadhali tuketi. His Excellency amerudi, naomba turudi zote sasa. Turudi tafadhali. Thank you very much, our principals. Tuketi, tutapata nafasi ya kupata picha. Tuketi tafadhali. Our able media teams, please, let's take our stance. Media, please, tuketi. We'll take less than 20 minutes, alafu tutamaliza. Makuna.
Asanteni sana. Ndio tuweze kumaliza, tuna kazi ya kufanya. We have a lot to do kindly. We are very sure we have not done the full introductions. Kindly we shall do that. I'll take this opportunity to call upon one of us to do an expose of the theme, kindly. Kindly, I will call one of us to expound our theme as dons as we prepare for the introductions. Kindly, we shall be doing that. No, we did not. I will just. Okay, thank you. Madam Gao, kindly, and then you take the shortest time possible with the introductions, and then we get into the speeches. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We are going to move fast. Kirinyaga University. Kirinyaga, they were not here, but they came. Where are you, Kirinyaga University? Okay, because we are taking time. We move on to Muranga University. Muranga University. Please take the shortest time. Tunahitaji kupiga picha na Excellency na timu yake kabla usiku.
Thank you. Our Excellency the 6th, Mheshimiwa Kalonzo Musyoka, Muturi, Mheshimiwa Makali, and our beloved Governor Wavinya from Machakos. My name is Kevin Mutie Nyamai, wananiita Mheshimiwa Nyamai. I fight for Member of Parliament in Thika Town Constituency, and I'm vying it again with Wiper. Kwa sababu haijawahi chukuliwa. Ninaomba Mheshimiwa unishikilie mkono. Ile mkono tumeambiwa ishikiliwe namna hii. Don't tire, please. Hold me firm and I'll give you that position. Najua kule ni Central na kuna DCP. We are working together. Whatever we'll agree, because we want the seat and we want your votes, we will be working together. Kindly hold me where possible. On the other side, kuna vitu mbili tu tunaomba. And the reason why we want to elect you is not because you are a Kamba. We want to elect you because of what we have seen since you entered the government. The only time this country had working systems is when Mheshimiwa Kalonzo Musyoka joined the late President Kibaki. Personally, I lived in Eldoret since 1992 up to 2007. I'm a victim of post-election violence. The day you moved to Mheshimiwa Kibaki, our home was touched. And I left Eldoret with nothing but my certificates. I have never gotten a full-time job to date. I am doing part-time. I struggled 2022 with a small party. Mheshimiwa Wavinya, we met in Citizen when you were debating with my party leader then, Rose Mulwa. And I told her, situingie kwa Wavinya. She refused. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I was learning. It was my first time to go to politics, but I've been supporting people. The late Kalembe Ndile, I supported him when I was a student. Mheshimiwa Kaloki, before he left Illinois and came back to Vai, I was behind him when we removed Kalembe Ndile and we became our MP in Kibwezi. I was contemplating. I have two options, and I'll make a decision before the end of this year. My MP is Mheshimiwa Mutusa. Is it Mutuse? Are you with us? I think I have good English, and I cannot be confused. The Kenya today, because I teach the university, these young people you see are very brilliant. It's all that we don't give a chance. I am contemplating between two things, Mheshimiwa. So I'm contemplating of two things. Yesterday I was approached because niko kwa ground na watu wa DCP. They want to take me to Mheshimiwa Gachagua. I go and vie at Kibwezi East. That is my home. My dad is married there. My mom is buried there. That is my home. Thika is where I moved when things went haywire. Yes. So kindly, if I'm given a wiper ticket either there or here, I will bring it home. If I'll be given a DCP ticket in Thika or Kibwezi East, I'll bring it home. Kindly, where I will make a choice, I want your support. I'm begging for your support. And lastly, yes, the party has to give you the party has to give you the ticket. So kwa ground mimi nafanya kazi mzuri. Lastly, we want to agree that you are the right candidate, because where we are as universities, we know what you have done when you're in the Ministry of Education. We know what you have done when you're the VC, the Vice President. We know what you have done when you're the Minister of Foreign Affairs. So kindly, like one of us has said, sisi hatungoji kupiga kura, tulipiga kura kitambo. We voted, we are waiting for the day. So thank you very much. God bless you, and we are together in this one unity. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Representing Murang'a University, Multimedia University. Multimedia University na iko na vigongo. Please simameni. Professor Naituli, simameni, wave at people, let one of you come and speak. Mutio hata hujasimama, hujainua mkono.
Yes, I think I'll say two things, Your Excellency. Number one, I had a discussion with a Catholic priest in Nakuru. Nakuru is my second home. And this is what he said. He said, no Kenyan will have a reason to go to hell when they die. Because he told me that since creation, nobody and the fortunate situation of seeing the face of the devil. Not even if in the Garden of Eden she talked to the devil through the snake. He said the Kenyans have seen and lived with the devil. So they now know who the devil is. Yes. Number two, we need to learn to listen to artists. There's a Tanzanian artist who made a song 18 years ago. It's called Pastor Munishi. He said he didn't know how things are until Roho akamwonyesha vile shetani ako na rangi nyingi. Anajigeuza anakuwa yule malaika wa nuru. Anaingia siri kanisani. Watu wa Mungu bila kujua wameanza kufanya nini? Wameanza kumwabudu. We did that in 2022. Let us not do that again. Now for the young people and all of us, the angel is going to come back. Trust me. The angel will come back. The angel will come back to sell you failure. And you know the angel sells failure. It's very easy. If you have money, I saw it the other day. The other day some fellows from my county, From Meru, they went to the State House and they got 10,000. I happened to meet one of them who told me, you know, Professor, Uhuru never gave me 10,000. Kibaki never gave me 10,000. Ruto has given me 10,000 na mtoto wangu amefukuzwa shule. Sasa mimi naenda kulipa school fees. This is how you settle failure. It is the responsibility of the government to has failed that fees. You need to understand this so that you need to explain to them. So if it was a medical issue, SHA is not working. The person could have explained the same. Doing the work of government. Okay, that is selling failure. This fellow will sell failure, we can't afford it. We need to explain that to these people. Now, to these young Kenyans. 8.8 million of you are registered to vote in the last election. You didn't. You didn't vote. So in a sense, you are responsible for this here. The country is going through. Don't do it again. This time, one speaker said here, get the vote and get it out and the protest in the ballot. I wouldn't recommend any more protests because you are dealing with a killer. You are dealing with somebody who is willing to kill you. So for now, we wait the ballot. We don't give this opportunity to kill even one more Kenyan. But we need to get that in ballot. Because the truth is, we have ruined your lives already. Don't allow my generation to ruin the life of your children. You must stop it. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Professor Naituli. And that is for Multimedia University. Kirinyaga, this is the last time I am calling you. Na ninajua kuna bas.
Your Excellency, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, all protocols observed. Good evening. I'm Emmanuel Piaka, teaching at Kirinyaga University. I'm inclined towards construction, and we came a bit late because of transport challenges, but we thank God finally we arrived. And I got a message to you, Your Excellency, that the country is ready and willing to vote you in. The country feels that you are the right person to lead the people of Kenya and put this country back on track. They are thinking that you borrowed a lot when you deputized the former president, His Excellency President Mwai Kibaki, and they feel that magic, once you clinch to the office, you can really play it and have this country stand on its feet once again. So we are having a very strong, we feel that you are the right person, and there is no doubt you'll take it and through God's mercy. Otherwise, I also want to say that I got a bit of ideas that I feel I should throw in to ensure that the economy thrives. I feel when it comes to the economic policies, when it comes to the construction industry, I think I have the key to that. And I think the moment we unleash that, Kenyans will feel liberated. Because as I said some times back, a Kenyan is heavily taxed. I think there is no other citizen or other person in the world who is heavily taxed like a Kenyan. you can take that to the bank. You can go and research and find out. Kenyans are heavily taxed. And now when somebody comes with a policy whereby we need to add more taxes, like the housing levy and all those things, because we are not using the right people to come up with the right policies so that we can liberate Kenyans. This coupled with integrity. I think this is the team. This is the team to deliver, and I feel, Your Excellency, you will put our country to the right track. So thank you very much. I don't want to say much.
Asante sana daktari wa mjengo, na najua nikikukaribia uwezi nipiga ngumi. Asante sana. I think that's a solid thing you need to share with the leaders. Next is Mount Kenya University. And please, when you come, the sun is setting. Please be very brief. Wakili, yeah, Mount Kenya, please be so brief.
Thank you, Your Excellencies, Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, Governor Wavinya Ndeti, party leaders present, colleagues, student leaders. Evening. Good evening. Thank you so much. Mine is too brief, and I want to take a different turn, is to challenge the don'ts. We have been so much for so many years in the classroom, talking too much, but ground iko aje ko tofauti. You cannot do the same thing and expect not different resource. All the fool can be able to do that. And therefore, this is a clarion call for all of us to toke kwa madarasa. Kura siko nje. In as much as we'll be able to convince that constituency which is in that class, we also need to get out. Go to that village, talk to our people, because with that multiply effect, then we'll be able to sell our candidate. Ukienda Kisii, ukiongea na Wakenya Kisii, ukienda Mombasa, ukienda Ukambani, Pwani, Rift Valley, that multiply effect is what will be able to bring results to this country and to be able to give our candidate that required win. Thank you so much, and may God bless you. Asante sana.
Asante sana Wakili Mutunga. Someone registered from Nelson Mandela University, South Africa. Please, if you are here, you have an opportunity. And as I wait for you to come, we have Southeastern Kenya University, Seku, and the former Vice Chancellor is also here, but he'll be introduced. Karibu, 1 minute.
Thank you. Mheshimiwa Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, Mheshimiwa NJB, Mheshimiwa Makali, Mheshimiwa Honorable Wavinya Ndeti, waadhiri wenzangu, wanafunzi mjambo. This is the time that the Lord has made. Tuko hapa to change this country, and the narrative is the same. Lazima tuhakikishe tumembadilisha cha ukweli. Sawa sawa. Now, as we congregate here as dons, we are very nice in sitting in those comfort zones where we don't disturb anything. That is wrong. Let us change our attitude. Tupeleke university vijijini, tupeleke huko chini mashinani, tuhakikishe kana kwamba people are registered, wametoka na wamepiga kura, tukomboe nchi yetu. Arambe. Arambe. Seku inukeni muonekane. Seku tuko na watu wengi. Tuko na watu wengi. My former PC is here, Professor Muluvi, Glacier. Karibuni sana. Thank you.
Asante sana. Asante sana kiongozi. Next we have Technical University of Kenya. Technical University of Kenya. Okay, Dr. Akilinda, thank you. She's speaking on behalf of herself and Technical University of Kenya, na kwingine atatuambia. Karibu.
Thank you. Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka and all the other national leaders and all the dons, plus our clients. Good evening.
Good evening.
I am so thrilled to be here today. You know, when we were organizing in our WhatsApp group to visit this place today, they said, tell one friend to tell another friend to tell another friend. I think I told 5 friends and they are all here. So I'm a good mobilizer. Yeah, so I think any leader who takes time to value the worth of intellectual capacity in this nation is a prospective leader, is a leader worth sitting down with. And I like what Honorable Kalonzo said, Honorable Matiang'i said, that we are not here because we are idle. Some of us have left conferences to attend this function. And so we request that we be taken with the seriousness that it deserves. I can summarize the challenges affecting higher education sector into 3 main challenges. Underfunding. We have poor infrastructure and labs because of underfunding. We have unemployability of our graduates because they are not linked with the right markets. And the third one, it is escaping, but it will come back. Sorry. No, don't put it in my head. It will come back. Yeah. So there are 3, and the solutions to this is that you should figure out, because as leaders, I'm always seeing you. In fact, I see you in the next government. And because of that, you should be able to figure out solutions to this. But we are under-resourced. And with your political goodwill, together with your background in advocacy, Honorable Kalonzo, you can advocate for resources to be aligned accordingly. You can advocate for policies to be implemented accordingly. Because those 2 are what can make higher education sector not just to thrive, but to flourish. I hope I'm making sense with that. The second solution is to have academia industry linkages, because I gave our clients as a problem. So academia industry linkages can be able to sort this unemployability because we have job-ready graduates. If we have that linkage in a robust way, then it can be able to solve that particular problem. I don't want to overemphasize how important this meeting is to me today, but my mother taught me that if you go somewhere, you learn 3 words from them, but you teach them 1. So I learned a language here today, Wacha, Wasindata, and then Honorable Muturi said, Nimusi. You can make me Nimusi here. Permanently, because I come from Homa Bay County, and I want to Nimusi. I hope I'm welcome to Nimusi, right? My name is Dr. Linda Allan. I'm a lecturer of health and biomedical sciences. Yes, thank you. They call me Akilinda.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Kilinda, Linda. Simmesikia maneno? And she's a fine girl. Karibu Mosie. The next is, we have anyone? Tharakanithi? Oh, Tharaka, sorry. Tharaka University, sorry. Okay, hakuna. I have University of Embu. University of Embu, I know they are here. Dakika moja tu.
Thank you, Your Excellency, my President, SKM, my Governor, Wavinya Ndeti, Mheshimiwa Muturi, Mheshimiwa Makali, and all protocols observed with my colleagues. Arambe. Arambe. Thank you. Mbunzi Stephen from Wala here. Colleagues, let's amass votes for this government. I believe in what we are doing. We have the constituents, but at the same time, let us encourage them to get the votes. It's only the votes which is going to take us to the next government. My colleagues, I have Dr. Ndiko there, I have Anne there from Embu. You can wave them. Yes. So thank you, colleagues. Let's do the best.
Asante sana daktari, asante. The next is University of Leeds. University of Leeds. She will tell us where University of Leeds is. Karibu sana daktari. Pale.
Thank you. So University of Leeds in the United Kingdom. Sorry about that. His Excellency Stephen Musyoka, Excellency Wavinya, and Honorable Muturi, all protocols observed. Good evening. My name is Dr. Anne Muli from the University of Leeds. I'm a medical statistician there. I also tutor statistics. The one who made me love maths is my maths teacher and is actually right over there wearing a, just wave to everybody. So he was my high school teacher and he got me into loving maths. So it was really good to see him here today. I'm very excited to be here today. We all came here with one mission and one vision for a better Kenya. And we have our leaders right here. We have His Excellency Kalonzo Musyoka with a very clean track record. So we don't need to look any further. He's right here. So the message we'll take home is we have one term, one team, and one nation. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Daktari, all the way from the UK. Asante sana. We now have University of Nairobi, sorry, the university. Speaking only 1 and 1 minute.
Okay, all protocols observed. Good evening. My name is Dr. Teresia Mtavi. I come from the University of Nairobi. I'm also the WASU rep, Faculty of Health Science, and I came with my team. And for the leaders, we are behind you and we are ready to support you. Since I have a senior with me, even if I'm a leader, I'll ask Professor to talk. Thank you.
Professor will speak later, so that's okay, please. Just sit, it's okay. Professor will speak later. Half a minute, sir.
Yes, please. Thank you very much. All protocols observed. Your Excellency, it's honor being here, inviting us for our cause. We are not coming here merely because we are professionals, but because we have a duty to help this country get to the track. Your Excellency, Our Excellency, Honorable Wavinya, we were together when I was contesting for MP Mwala as an independent candidate. My name is Peter Mbuva Kaducha. Today I may not speak a lot. I have my professors here. I'm a motivational speaker. I'm also a scholar for international relations, foreign policy, and diplomacy, and science and technology. You know, when one is sick, a priest is called to give some ointment for the last minute. And even if when a priest has found this person is going to die, he comes out and tells the people there congregated, there is hope, he will get healed. This is a government which cannot get healed because it will die. I was called while in Mauritius to help them review the Kenya foreign policy, which I did. But a good document without a good implementer, it will not go anywhere. We trust you, Honorable Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, because of your track record. I don't want to say much. I want to remind you of Socrates, born in 428 BC. One important thing he said is that being the wisest man on earth, the only thing that I know is I know nothing. You have called us here because you believe. Others have got good ideas. Another important thing Socrates did, he influenced students in Athens, Greek, to ask leaders questions about bad governance. And when students asked questions, the country was no longer ungovernable. He was called by the jury and he was given two options. One, to be sold as a slave, and the second one, to be killed using hemlock, which was a poison. He chose to die because of poison, but he said, before I die, this country will never be the same again. With Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, Kenya will never be the same again. I'm ready to help the team as a governance expert, whichever assistance that you require, until we make Kenya be sustainable and for our future generation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Kathucha.
I'm your neighbor here, Mwala Biuni.
Thank
Asante
you so
sana.
much. Thank you. We have 3 more universities to go. Uma University. Uma University, and while he talks in a minute, then Moi University, please be prepared. And lastly, Keriri University.
Thank you very much. All protocol observed, and in the interest of time, Dr. Mborongana Ngithia from Uma University, Tigania East, aspirant wa Wiper candidate 2027. 2022 nilisimama nikapambana na Azimio. Azimio wakati huo Honorable Kalonzo ndio walikuwa wananipiga sana huko. Matiang'i alikuwa ananipiga sana pia akiwa kwa Kenya Kwanza. Sasa Matiang'i alikuwa kwa Azimio pia. Kenya Kwanza pia alikuwa Muturi. Sasa unaona singetoboa. Sasa the happiest moment for me is today. Because now timu yote iliyokuwa inanipiga sasa niko nayo. Na nilisimama kwa chama ya mheshimiwa I don't even remember the name. Chama dogo hii. Lakini nikaona sitatoboa, nikakuja kwa Wiper. Sasa mimi niko kwa Wiper. Nimepeleka mheshimiwa Daktari Meru mara 2 kwa kanisa huko, tunafanya biashara. Sasa nataka niseme hivi. One time kulikuwa na fisi ambaye alienda akapata msoga. Msoga umenona. Alipopata msoga akaanza kula. Akikula kuna mfupa ulikwama hapa. Pate leader wangu ndio uambie wale wengine. Mfupa ukakwama kwa koo. Sasa fisi akakaa chini akauliza, na huu msoga vile umenona na wewe mfupa umekwama, nitafanya nini? So akaamua kuongelesha mfupa.